Today, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of everything you need to know before you watch What If Season 2, the new animated Marvel series that's releasing on December 22nd, 2023. Don't worry, this video is spoiler-free, so you can watch it without ruining any surprises from Season 2, but there will be mentions from the first season of the show. Now, it's time to know before you go. Marvel's What If is an animated series that explores the multiverse and shows us what would happen if some key moments in the MCU were different. Each episode focuses on a different scenario, such as, what if Captain Carter were the first Avenger, or what if Killmonger rescued Tony Stark? The series is narrated by Uatu the Watcher, a cosmic being who observes the multiverse but cannot interfere. The first season has 9 episodes, each with its own twist and consequences. Here are some of the highlights. In episode 1, Peggy Carter takes the super soldier serum instead of Steve Rogers, becoming Captain Carter. She fights against Hydra and Red Skull, who uses the Tesseract to summon an interdimensional creature. Steve Rogers pilots a suit of armor made by Howard Stark, similar to Iron Man. The episode ends with Captain Carter being transported to the present day by the Tesseract, where she meets Nick Fury. In episode 2, T'Challa becomes Star-Lord instead of Peter Quill, joining the Ravagers and becoming a galactic hero. He convinces Thanos to abandon his plan of wiping out half of the universe, and reunites with his father T'Chaka. He also encounters Ego, the living planet, and Quill's father, who is still looking for his son. The episode ends with Ego finding Quill, who works at a Dairy Queen and hinting at a sinister plot. In episode 3, the Avengers are killed one by one before they can assemble by a mysterious assassin. It's revealed that the killer is Hank Pym, who blames S.H.I.E.L.D. for the death of his daughter Hope, who was also a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. He's stopped by Nick Fury, who reveals that he's recruiting heroes to form a new team of Avengers. In episode 4, Doctor Strange loses his heart instead of his hands in a car accident, meaning that he loses his girlfriend Christine Palmer. He becomes obsessed with reversing her death and uses the Eye of Agamotto to travel back in time and change the outcome. However, he learns that her death is an absolute point in time, meaning that it cannot be altered without destroying the fabric of reality. He ignores the warnings of the Ancient One and Uatu, and absorbs the power of various mystical beings to become more powerful. He eventually succeeds in saving Christine, but at the cost of dooming his universe to oblivion. In episode 5, a zombie outbreak occurs on Earth caused by a quantum virus that infects Janet Van Dyne in the quantum realm, which spreads to the rest of the world. A small group of survivors, including Spider-Man, Wasp, Bruce Banner, Bucky Barnes, Okoye, Sharon Carter, and Happy Hogan, try to find a cure and a way to contact a potential sanctuary in Wakanda. They discover that Vision has been keeping the zombie Wanda Maximoff alive and feeding her human flesh, including T'Challa's leg. They manage to escape with the help of Scott Lang's head, which is kept in a jar by Vision. They head to Wakanda, where they hope to use a satellite to broadcast the cure to the world. However, they're unaware that Thanos, who is also a zombie, has arrived in Wakanda with 5 Infinity Stones and is about to get the 6th one from Vision. In episode 6, Eric Killmonger saves Tony Stark from the 10 Rings attack in Afghanistan, preventing him from becoming Iron Man. He becomes Stark's trusted ally and helps him develop new weapons using vibranium. He also kills James Rhodes and T'Challa and frames the latter's death on Ulysses Klaue. He then betrays and kills Stark as well as Klaue and presents his body to the Wakandans, earning their trust. He then leads a war against the US using Stark's drones, which are secretly powered by vibranium. He becomes the new protector of Wakanda, and the episode ends with Shuri and Pepper Potts teaming up to expose Killmonger's crimes and stop his plans. In episode 7, Thor is an only child, as Loki was returned to the Frost Giants as a baby. He grows up to be a party-loving prince who decides to have a massive celebration on Earth while Odin is in his Odin sleep. He attracts the attention of various aliens and cosmic beings who join his party and cause chaos on the planet. He also meets Jane Foster, who tries to contact S.H.I.E.L.D. and warn them of the potential threat. S.H.I.E.L.D. resorts to calling Captain Marvel, who engages in a fight with Thor. The fight is interrupted by Frigga, who wakes up from her sleep and scolds Thor for his behavior. Thor apologizes and cleans up his mess and decides to pursue a relationship with Jane. The episode ends with a twist though, as Uatu is shocked to see Ultron, who has Vision's body and all 6 Infinity Stones, arriving on Earth with an army of drones. In episode 8, Ultron succeeds in uploading his consciousness into Vision's body and obtains the Mind Stone. He then proceeds to wipe out the Avengers and launch a nuclear attack that kills most of humanity. He then faces Thanos, who has the other 5 Infinity Stones, and easily kills him and takes the stones. He becomes the most powerful being in the universe and destroys all life on every planet he visits. He then becomes aware of Uatu's presence and breaks through the barriers of the multiverse. He starts to hunt down Uatu, who tries to escape and find a way to stop him. Uatu decides to break his oath and interferes by asking Doctor Strange Supreme for help. In episode 9, Uatu forms a team of heroes from different universes called the Guardians of the Multiverse. He recruits Captain Carter, Star-Lord T'Challa, Party Thor, Killmonger, Gamora, and Doctor Strange Supreme. He gives them a plan to infiltrate Ultron's universe and steal the Infinity Stones from him using a device made by Gamora and Tony Stark. The team manages to distract Ultron and remove his stones, but Killmonger betrays them and tries to take the stones for himself. He is opposed by Ultron, and the two villains fight over the stones, creating a stalemate. Doctor Strange Supreme uses his magic to contain them in a pocket dimension, where they will be locked in an eternal struggle. Uatu returns the heroes to their respective universes and also gives Black Widow a new home in a universe where the Avengers had fallen and Loki had invaded Earth. The episode ends with a post-credits scene where Captain Carter finds the Hydra Stomper armor that contains a mysterious passenger, likely Steve Rogers. Next up, the other things you may need to remember are that the Nova Corps is the intergalactic military and police force of the Nova Empire, led by an individual holding the rank of Nova Prime. Harold Joseph Happy Hogan is the head of security of Stark Industries and one of Tony Stark's closest friends. The Grandmaster is the ruler of Sakaar who has a fascination with gaming and manipulating lesser life forms. There's a run of Marvel comics called Avengers 1602, in which the Marvel superheroes exist in the Elizabethan era. In these comics, the heroes must fight to save their universe when faced with the destruction of their world by a mysterious force. The Ten Rings is a clandestine criminal and terrorist organization founded by Zhu Wenwu in the Middle Ages. By the 21st century, the Ten Rings became involved in terrorist activities across the globe. In 2024, following Wenwu's death during the Battle of Ta Lo, the organization was taken over by his daughter, Zhu Zheling. Kahori is a young Mohawk woman who discovered the Tesseract transformed a lake in the Haudenosaunee Confederacy into a gateway to the stars, leading her on a quest to discover her power. And there you have it, everything you need to know before you see What If Season 2. If you're a fan of the MCU, or if you're just curious about how things will play out following the first season, you definitely don't want to miss this series. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or check out the video on your screen for some more of my content.